Hello and welcome back to the Liverpool Groove. It's been a long time. We've been out of it for now about a month. A lot's happened in that time. We're just going to go over a few things that have happened in the world of footy. But we're going to start with Gini Wijnaldum. So he's officially gone. He's no longer a Liverpool player, and he's signed with PSG. Was that a bit of a shock to you? Did you expect him to go to PSG?
No, not at all. I felt a bit sorry for him when he finished Liverpool. He had the conversation at the end of it, and he was talking about how much he loves the club, and I felt as though Liverpool let him down a bit, and it was all about not giving him a contract because of his age and stuff. Now, when I'm going there, I feel like it's a bit more money motivated.
Yeah.
You know, even with Barcelona, when you think loads of players team are going to Barcelona, no one grows up and wants to play for PSG unless they're French. No one's asked about them. To go there, I think it's money motivated. He's probably going to win the league most seasons. He's going to win the cup, but he's not going to win much else there. And it's all great doing that at that age, but I think he's set for a proper challenge. I would have liked to have seen him even stay in England or one of the top teams in Spain, maybe. But I think PSG it's just money. They've offered him double Barcelona, and he's shown where his colours are. And don't get me wrong, if you're 30, 31, getting offered 300 grand a week instead of 150, fucking taking it, aren't you? But
yeah, absolutely.
At the end of the day, if you really want to go to Barcelona, which is what he was pushing for apparently, then it was for more money than we were going to offer him. So it was always about money, really, which is a shame. But based on his performances in the Euros, it's a player we will miss. But you need to remember that he didn't play that role for us. He never has. Of course. So we're not losing that Gini. But we've got to look at getting a replacement now. But what's your thoughts on it, like? You are?
I am, yeah, because I think he's what he has shown. I think is that he was obviously very versatile in more than one midfield role. Obviously, like you say, he plays two completely different roles, or he did at least anyway for us and for the Netherlands. So the fact that he could do them both and was still a key player in both roles shows how much quality he actually did have, even if he didn't get a chance to show it in the same way for us. So I'm a bit gutted that he's gone to PSG. Like you say, I would have liked to see him have a bit of a challenge going to Barca or even anyone else. Like you say, yeah, maybe stay in England, go to someone else. But I think he's kind of fell in love with Liverpool a bit too much and wouldn't want to face us sort of every season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I totally get that. And he might have even had an offer from England. But I just think PSG is just literally money. If anyone goes to PSG, it's for money or for an easy life. Because PSG, barring the season, is usually an easy life, innit? They win. Yeah. They win the league every year. It's fucking nailed on. It's like the Scottish League, nearly every year. But, you know, you might see it as a challenge. You might look and think, oh, they haven't this year. They haven't done too well. It is a challenge. Let's go and see what happens. But not too fussed about him going. I think it's been, the conversation's really been with his agents. Listen, your client's not going to play every week like he has been. He's going to be a substitute, and we can't merit them funds for a substitute. And I don't. That's where the deal hasn't been struck. But if he'd have took a pay cut at Liverpool and stayed, he'd have been more well off, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He'd have been happier. But sometimes money talks, lad. But he's not a local lad, so sometimes you just go, you know what? And fucking hell, they're offering me 200 grand more than Liverpool. Fucking hell, they want me more. So just catch 22 with him. I'm not happy he's gone to PSG, but I'm not asked. I'm not bothered that he's gone.
I think what I did like about the way he sort of handled it all is he didn't let his performances drop for us, first and foremost. He gave us all every single game still. But I think the fact that he didn't, he clearly didn't have a deal done already and was just not announcing it to the public kind of thing. He clearly did, because everyone just thought, oh yeah, he's definitely going to Barca, the deal's done, and then now I'm going to PSG instead. So the fact that he has waited in case we offered him another deal, I think is good. I think that's nice. It's like not like the days of when McManaman left and everyone knew he was leaving, but he wouldn't say it kind of thing. We knew he was leaving, but he didn't have another club lined up. McManaman did and just didn't say anything. You know what I mean? So he hasn't snaked us in any way. So he leaves on good terms.
No, wish him well. Wish him well every week. So enjoy watching him when he's not playing for us. When he plays for Holland, I enjoy watching him. He'll have that similar role at PSG. Just unfortunately, our team's a bit better, and he's not going to get in that role for us. We'd like to have seen him in that role for us. As you know, my thoughts on him, I didn't think he was half the player he's being made out to be. I really didn't. But then you see the team without him, and you realise he does a lot off camera, and he does a lot off the ball that we will miss, and he will be missed. Being missed as a squad player, he'll be missed by the fans, missed by his old teammates. But we've got to look at getting someone else in now who's going to be happy sitting on the bench, because Henderson, Thiago, and Fabinho is on midfield.
Yeah. So in terms of a replacement, who would be your choice? I know you're not really sort of the most well versed on like players from other teams and stuff like that, but from who you have seen and who we've been linked with, is there anyone that sticks out?
For me, Curtis Jones as replacement, but not obviously not in that position as a body. He's his replacement. I think you're going to see one or two of the midfielders going. I'd love to see Phillips from Leeds. I think he's got that about him. He's just everywhere, but he's a lot more physical, and he's noticeably wins the ball a lot more, and he's a lot more aggressive than Gini, and he's more like a Fabinho player. Yeah, but that's the sort of role Ronaldo played. He didn't go up too much, do too much offensively. Just sort of done that role. So I think he'd be brilliant for us. But I haven't seen loads and loads of them.
Sorry, I think Calvin Phillips is everything that people think Declan Rice is. Like, I don't rate Declan Rice. I don't think he's anywhere near as good as he's made out to be. But I think Calvin Phillips
stand out in the Europe when they play together. Phillips looks like the fucking senior lad who's played for him for years. Yeah, he stands out.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think he's someone that hasn't actually been linked at, so he'd definitely be someone I'd be interested in. I think he's a good player. I think under Klopp he'd become an absolute world beater. Obviously the other names linked we've had, like that Florian Neuhaus. I'm not sure how you say his name, to be honest, but yeah, Neuhaus or something like that. Fucking Florian, I don't know, Florian Neugaff. Yeah, I don't know anything about him. He's German. That's about it. He plays for Mönchengladbach. He's been linked. Renato Sanchez is another one that's been linked. Obviously, seen him a bit more. He had to spell at Swansea where he was dog shit. But he's turned his career around, went to Lille, won the league there, one of their best players. So at the price, I mean, you're talking about possibly getting someone who's just won their league over PSG for about 40 million euros. So, I mean, that kind of price for someone like that, it seems fucking almost too good to be true, to be honest with you.
Just one of them, lad, isn't it? As I say, you've got Fabinho, Henderson and Thiago, who hopefully they can play every game of every competition, and that's what the team's going to be. But then you've got the likes of Jones and Keita and Oxlade-Chamberlain. If they all stay, are we replacing them? Are we getting someone else in? And that's my concern with our owners, is that will they spend if they've got numbers already there? We've seen what happens when you've only got a few numbers. We need to add to that squad massively. We need to overhaul the squad and add to it, because our squad numbers aren't enough. It's just not enough. We need to be able to field two separate teams. Yeah. If Andy Robbo doesn't play, we're fucked, really, because we haven't seen the other lad. Yeah, and we're fucked. If one of the centre halves is out, we're fucked. Yeah. If you lose your captain or a Thiago, or you've got no one similar in the team to go, and then the front three, you lose any one of them, you're half fucked. So we need to look at it, and we need to go out and go, right, if Mane can't play, who can we get into play there? Salah can't play. Because that's what Man City do. That's what Chelsea do. That's what United are going to start trying to do. They're going to be buying everyone this summer. We've got to match them. And I don't see it.
I don't myself, but like there's people on Twitter and that who are fuming like, we've done nothing so far. Like the transfer window opened today, give it a rest. Like it officially opened today. What are you moaning about?
Yeah, we've got Kanate, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got Kanate. He looks a good signing. So, but
I love how excited to be here, though. He's had birthday cake congratulating him and that he's joined.
I know, he's boss lad, yeah. I just think I just think we need to obviously just be a bit patient. I think not massive. There's not going to be too many deals done before the Euros was up. Like United getting Sancho, that was, I mean, everyone knew that was happening anyway. So it's just the fact that they've spent fucking 2 months negotiating a price with them. Why they've announced it now?
You've got people on Twitter who've never seen him kick a ball. Like, oh, they've got him just because he's a name linked in football at the moment. They've got him and we're doing nothing. Why you asked? Where's he going to play for Liverpool? Fucking nowhere. He's not going to start for Liverpool. So why you asked?
Yeah.
I want to sign a player that's going to come in and compete with Mane and Salah.
Yeah.
And Jota and Firmino. That's what I want. I want someone who's going to say to Henderson, "Get that fucking armband, you."
Yeah.
I want someone to say to Thiago, "You're not the flair play." That's what we need. We need match like for like players who are going to be. But unfortunately, when you fucking first 11 as good as ours, it's hard to get match like for like fucking players, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you've got to just be patient. I've more so instead, Curtis Jones, Phillips, not Phillips. I hope he sticks around because he's got to play in the squad for me. Before Kanate kicks a ball one pre-season, I want to see Van Dijk with Phillips and Harvey Elliott. I want to see what's going on with him because he is literally, might fucking sound ridiculous this, but out of all the players, if you lose a Mane or a Salah, he slots right in for me.
At the minute he does, yeah.
Not obviously technical ability, but what he offers at the moment for Canal. It's a different level. I think he was a different level in that league. He stood out. His ability for his age
is ridiculous.
I want to see him get a chance. I'm sick of seeing young lads get loaned out, and then they don't really get a chance. I want to see now. What the fuck is it? Your hand of fork there?
No, it's a fucking back scratcher thing.
I just want to see the lads get a chance, and I think they should. Before we sign anyone, before we go out and sign a winger, I'd make a decision on Harvey Elliott and the likes of Wilson. I think Wilson's done, and
he's too old now. He's like, what, 24? It's like, if you're going to be breaking into the Liverpool team, you would have done it 4 years ago.
Sometimes they just turn up late, and he might have the pre-season of his life, lad, and Klopp might go, you know what, I can't get rid of him. But we've been saying it for 4 years.
That's what I mean. So yeah, it's a big summer. We know it's a big summer. We've just got to be patient, as I say. Nothing massive is going to happen before the Euros. So let's let that go out the way and then see where we stand. And then if we don't do anything by the end of the window, yeah, fair enough. Have a moment, but fucking just wait for now.
This is the thing, lad. Like, we won the Champions League, didn't sign anyone. Everyone was in meltdown. We went on to win the league, didn't sign anyone. Well,
we didn't just win the league; we pissed the league.
Pissed the league. But that's the difference in having a season with no injuries and a season full of them. And that is the difference. How we made top four, we'll still fucking never know that injury list. Never.
Like, yeah, last season was fucking absolutely chaotic, wasn't it? But we got there, and that's Jurgen Klopp for you. That unbelievable. Let's move on a little bit. So fucking away from the actual football itself, Annie Road's getting expanded. Are you pleased about that? Like, obviously, when we get back to full capacity and stuff like that.
Yeah, it'd be brilliant. To take us up to about 66 or something.
I'm not sure of the exact figure, but it wouldn't be far off that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? As quick as they can get that ground to it, I want the Klopp. I want the Klopp. I want the Klopp expanding.
I think they'll do all four, to be honest, just so it looks the same, to be honest, more than anything.
I just don't know whether they're able to with the layout of the road and that.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
You know what I mean? Like the centenary only backs on to the car park, so they could technically get rid of the car park there and extend the centenary. Yeah. But you just got all your prawn-eating bastards in there anyway, so I wouldn't be asked about them growing that.
No, it's the Kop that's going to be the tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Kop onto the main road, and if they can get the planning permission to readjust all them roads, but then you're talking like the likes of the Albert pubs listed, they won't get rid of that for anything. It's just past the club now. It's one of them. But if Danny Rhodes, it'd be great to see it grow. I just like that they're putting money into the stadium. They're just putting money into it. They're just lashing dough at it because they are still, obviously, they're still trying to be businessmen, still trying to make a profit. But at the end of the day, when they're long gone, our stadium's fucking magnificent.
Yeah.
They've made an battered stadium into something that's one of the best in Europe. And
So they're bringing it into the 21st century, aren't they? So
it's still got us feel. You know you're at Anfield when you're there. And that's why I feel sorry for the likes of West Ham and Arsenal and that. And even Tottenham. Because when you're at their ground, they don't feel like football stadiums anymore. That Emirates is shocking, horrendous ground. That shit. Fucking shit. And Wembley's
even Arsenal fans don't like it, do they, to be fair? So
but Wembley's fucking hell, said before, you can play every final at Cardiff, the Millennium Stadium, every week. It's a fucking proper stadium. Wembley's shit. Wembley's crap, lad. It's too much space in between the seats, too echoey. You start a song that end of the fucking ground. By the time it's got to that end, they've stopped singing. It's fucking just echo. It's shite. Fucking crap. Get over it.
No.
So I can't wait for the new Annie Road.
No, yeah, it's obviously it's great for the club. I think for all the shortcomings of FSG, it's the one thing I don't think they get enough credit for is the amount they've actually put into the club structure. So, like, obviously, they've done the main stand first. Now they're doing Annie Road. They've completely renovated, the fucking Kirby Centre, access training, whatever. I don't think they get enough credit for that side of things that they're doing. People are just too in. Obviously, we want to see them in
business. Football fans ultimately want to see them go and spend all that money, group it together, and go and buy Mbappe.
Yeah,
and fucking all them. But that's not how business works, and that's what we need to realise. When all that stuff was going on with the fucking what's it called? That shit league,
Super League.
I wanted them dead. Gone out the club, marched out, and fucking hung on the Mersey because it was absolutely disgusting. But we said stuff at the time. Yeah, it's another apology. But to be fair, every time they're wrong, they make an apology. They have the balls to come out and go, you know what? Yeah, we are a bit fucking far away from the people. We don't really get how you really feel, and we apologise. And then they make it right. Even little gestures, little stupid gestures, like Alan's a season ticket holder who do Scout Power with, and he's had a message to say, like, thanks for your support. We're putting your name in the players' tunnel. So his name's getting inscribed on the wall of the players' tunnel, and every season ticket holder's name, the players are going to walk past every week. And I think little stuff like that, that's a boss gesture. That
it's a little personal touch.
Yeah, he give all his money, and they've messaged them. So obviously they've just changed the name, but they've messaged them and said, like, this is what we're doing for you, and we thank you for your support. I think it's fucking boss. They're letting you link season tickets with members now as well. So the reason I gave up my membership was because I had so many credits. I had so many credits, and my dad had none. So I had to be on the same level as him, because he was never going to get tickets with me. So I went back down to none, missed the season. Then when we tried to get tickets together, we could never get two together. So now you can link your season ticket to a member. So I can get a ticket and link it to Alan, and he'll try and find your seat next to Alan. Or if Alan can't go, he can activate it to my card, so I can have his season ticket on my card for that game. So it's fucking, that's it. Well, more structured. I can't wait to see what the member sales like, because the money's sat there ready to go. It gives me fucking 19 games back, you gang of bastards. Let's see if you let me.
Yeah. But no, just thought I'd touch on Annie Road a little bit. Fixtures were announced a few weeks ago. Got Norwich first game of the season away, but we all know what happened last time we had Norwich first game of the season. Alisson got injured.
No, but it was like they could have fucking battered us that game. They had 3 or 4 1-on-1s, clear-cut chances, and I don't know what score did we end up winning that? Was it like 4-1? Yeah. And I felt sorry for them, and I thought this is going to be their season, and I've discussed it before. No, that's going to define their season, battering teams and playing very well, but conceding loads of counter-attacks, and it did ultimately fucking put them down, didn't it? But you feel sorry for them.
Yeah, a little bit, but I think
it's nice to see them back.
Yeah, I think that team being together largely in the Championship after getting relegated, they didn't lose many players from getting relegated, which was huge for them. And coming back up as a group will help them massively. You seen it with Burnley a few years ago when they come up under Dyche, went straight back down, come straight back up, and now they've been here ever since. Sometimes they need that as a group kind of thing to spare them on, to give them that just give him that belief kind of thing that he can survive in the league. But just off the top of my head, I can't quite remember what happened at the end of the season, the last time we had a Norwich first game. Why can't you think about it? It was literally...
You won the league?
Yeah, there you go. Fucking hell. Thought I was going to have to spell it
My
out
head
for you
fell
there.
off. I'm just getting the fixtures up now. Have you got them up?
No, I haven't. But I just know it's a Norwich first game. But
no, because I know we've got a boss. Got a boss few weeks.
Yeah.
They'll probably cut out now because I'm linked to my hotspot. Yeah. To be fair, we start Norwich, Burnley, Chelsea, Leeds, Palace, Brentford, City. Fucking hell, Watford. There's a 2 or 3 game gap in between the big games. But
nice start that.
We won't lose a game.
I'm just the superstition in my head is just sort of saying, like I say, Norwich first game of the season, the league has. But I've said it all along. If we manage to keep our best first 11 fit for the season, we will piss the league, and I maintain that. And the other thing I've maintained is Kylian Mbappe will play for Liverpool.
No, he won't.
He will, because he's just lost about 50 mil of his value from that fucking last Euros game.
No, but do you know what, lads? It's one of them. Like, as I've said before, the thing with Mbappe is you bring a player like him and you've got your Manes and your Salahs and your fucking Jotas, your Firminos, Thiago. They're all thinking, how the fuck's he on 300 grand a week? He hasn't kicked the ball for them yet. And that's where I get it. Totally get it from a business point of view and from a club point of view. I don't think he's going to cause that much disharmony in his team. And I know it's got nothing to do with it, how much a lad's paid for him. And it must be a discussion they have before season. Like, listen, whoever we bring in, don't worry, because you'd have to. But there's not a fucking chance they don't talk money in that. They must do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I just can't see us ever making a sound like that under the Jurgen Klopp, under these owners, where it's going to blow everyone out the water and it's going to cause that much disharmony to the team. But saying that, as a competitive player, if you ask Thiago, you ask Henderson, you ask Salah, Mane, Firmino, do you want Mbappe? I think every one of them would fucking laugh and go, are you fucking mad to go to do?
Kind of questions that, yeah.
It's just one of them. But you would, like, if you got offered to play with Messi and Ronaldo in the prime, you're not fucking turning it down because he's on double the wages, are you, really?
No,
so
I'm
just contradicting the whole fucking story there. But no, I just don't think as a club, I don't think as a club, I don't think we'd do that. I don't think we'd bring him in. And after that performance, I don't fucking want him.
No, I mean, he had a shocking Euros, to be fair, but I'm adamant still that we'll get him eventually. The rumour is now he's going to be staying, he's going to be staying with PSG for the season and running down his contract. He's not going to try and get a move this summer, and he's going to go for free next summer. So, I mean, so it still means it's a £200 million transfer, like,
But if Liverpool are serious about getting him, and that is discussed, then please sign him.
Yeah, do it now.
Go and get a gentleman's agreement with him, at least offer him the contract and say, I can sign that for 2022.
Yeah.
Well, then that. And that's how you do it. But, he could be shit. He could be shit for a year now when his price, he doesn't merit the wages he wants, whatever. But that's how we'll lose out on big transfers. Not being fast and drawing over a couple of grand. It's happened before. But hopefully, Edwards, he'll get who we want.
Yeah.
I think if Klopp went into the office and said, listen, he's a fucking had your Sky money, your fucking Championship money, Champions League money, we haven't spent hardly fucking any of it. He's always for the fucking shit he's put us through with the Super League. Go and get me Mbappe, he'd go and get him. Yeah. If he wanted him. But I'm not going to be one of them. I've never asked about transfers. I love the excitement of it. I love seeing a big names linked to the club. I love out the blue. Bang, we've just signed such a body. The Echo aren't onto it. Twitter's not onto it. James Pearce hasn't got a fucking clue what day it is. And then all of a sudden it's just bang, Liverpool have signed in. I prefer all that from.
Yeah, me too.
See what happens with it.
Like, I loved it when we signed for Fabinho. That's the one that always sticks out to me. Literally, I heard rumours of it an hour before we signed him. And then it was like, oh yeah, we signed him. I was like, hang on a minute. When instead that he was fucking linked. This can't be right.
The Van Dijk one for me.
Oh, fucking with the Christmas tree and that.
Yeah. That Van Dijk one, mate. Fuck
yeah,
me.
That was boss. But even that, I think
I
we all kind of knew that was going to happen still eventually, though. Van Dijk.
Yeah, but it's the way when it happens and where it was like. No, I thought that was dead. Liverpool actually released a statement saying we are no longer going to be in talks with this player, and I thought, you shithouses, why the fuck did you take him to Blackpool in the first place on the big tip and that? But then seeing that picture and it just Sky Sports breaking news on my phone, Liverpool signed Van Dijk, and I said to you before, sat on my bed, fucking half cut, still done in from the fucking New Year's and all that, goosed. Or was it Boxing Day? Whatever it was.
It was like the 27th or something like that, yeah.
Rough as toast, mate. I was rough. I was lying on the bed. Sam was going to me, let's just have a little Baileys. And I was like, fuck off with Baileys. I'm not having a bevy. I'm done in. Van Dijk, get me a card. Hail. Oh, God, hail.
No, yeah. I love that myself. I prefer all of that. So I don't like talking about transfers too much because it's just all rumours, and I just can't be arsed with it. I haven't got the energy to talk about rumours for every single player under the sun.
It's not the rumours that annoy me. It's people, fans, gobshites reactions to, oh, linked to that player. Oh, we're never going to get him. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. Why haven't we signed him? It's been linked with him because we don't fucking want him. It's just rumours. Get your head around it. It's rumours. It's only ever rumours until the club say we've signed him and he's leaning against fucking Jordan Henderson at Melwood.
That's it. That's what we've got to wait for. So, in terms of players staying, we've had a couple of new deals announced. Kelleher signed a new deal, and so has Adrian. So, it does look, from what I understand, that Kelleher's going to be number 2 and Adrian's being kept as third choice keeper. If that is indeed the case, you're happy with that? You're all right with that?
Not asked about goalies, like, they bore me. You want Alisson to play every game, and Adrian's a fucking half decent number 2, and Kelleher's a young lad who's going to learn by playing with better players. He's going to be having better players come at him, and he's playing with Alisson. Adrian, he's made a few mistakes, but so's Alisson. We've said this before. They've probably made about the same amount of mistakes.
Yeah. Realistically.
And obviously Alisson's made some massive saves in massive games, but so's Adrian. That first 8 games of the season, he won the league.
Yeah, played well.
He's one of them.
No, if it's going to be...
He made a mistake, and he made a load of saves as well. He made the Super Cup, stuff like that. Just because he doesn't fit the narrative, does he? Because he's not world class. But he's a fucking 8 keeper with loads of experience who comes into the fold and does an half decent job. So why go and spend fucking millions on a goalie who wants high wages? Who's going to sit there on your bench? It makes no fucking sense to me. That
No. I think if it's going to be Kelleher as number 2, I think that's the right decision on both of them. Adrian's a popular member of the dressing room. Alisson spoke about how important like Adrian is in terms of his own training and stuff like that. So just for all of that alone, I mean, it's a bit like City with Scott Carson. He's wanting to be around because he's great on the training pitch to help the world-class goalkeeper get better kind of thing. And he's probably a very similar one, but except he'll play a few games here and there. But
yeah, and that's what keepers are. Keepers are in a little fucking cult, aren't they, where they help each other and that. But even if there's only one place on the path for that position, it's very hard to stay motivated, and that's why they're professionals, because they stay motivated, but they motivate the lad playing it at them as well. Like I love that when Alisson scored, and fucking Adrian had his phone out and he was showing him the memes and the videos and that, and you think that's fucking brilliant. That's the team. Yeah. That's not everyone out to succeed themselves. That's a team, and that's what you need. So obviously the players and the manager know what he's like in the dressing room. They sat him down and said, "Yeah, stay another year. You will be third choice, but look where you're surrounded by. You're going to be sat in Anfield every week.
Yeah,
you're with the fans. You're going to be sat with fucking Alisson. You're going to be sat with Kelleher. You're giving him experience. So yeah. Fucking with goalies, had him their ass.
It's one of them, innit? What would you rather be? Third choice at Liverpool or fucking first choice at like fucking Sporting Gijon in fucking Spain, who no one's ever heard of? You know what I mean? It's just one of them. He's learning from the best keeper in the world. Never talk about Neuer being the best keeper in the world, by the way, ever again, because he was at fault for both fucking England goals the other day. But we'll get to that soon. Neuer can fuck off. All the Germans can fuck off. I'm fuming. Yeah, we'll get to the Euro soon. We'll have a little chat about that. But no, yeah, as long as it's Kelleher second choice, Adrian third choice, then I'm sound with it myself. Obviously, we're waiting on new deals for. I think the rumours are Alisson and Salah at the minute. So if we can tie them both down to new contracts, that's fucking huge.
Yeah, as Van Dijk signed recently.
I don't know. I think they were starting. I seen something saying I think it was like they're going to be starting like negotiations with him soon, but he's definitely going to sign. Like
I think get Salah. That's the first bit of business we need to do this summer. Get Salah signed.
Definitely.
And Mane.
Yeah, even after
he's going to be fucking unbelievable next season again because you don't just lose that talent. He's had a shit season, but he's come out and he's fucking told you he's had a shit season. And to be fair, his records, what did he get? He got about 12 goals, didn't he?
Something like that in the end, yeah.
Not too bad that for a winger when you're having the worst season in your career.
I think you've seen with Mane, he does, like we've said in the past, he needs the crowd because that last game, I can't remember who it was against now, but he scored both goals,
Palace.
didn't he? Yeah, Palace, there you go.
And he was unplayable.
Yeah,
and he was still making mistakes, but then he just carry on and he carries on. He doesn't hide.
But that just showed the effect of the crowd on him.
That's what some players need it. Firmino's the same. Firmino come into his own the last fucking 5-6 games. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Just one of them. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So I've already mentioned it a little bit because I'm fuming, obviously. But the Euros, we'll talk about England, Germany in a minute. But just as a whole, I don't know how much you've seen of the Euros, but what you have seen, what have you made of it?
Doesn't interest me really.
No,
unfortunately, doesn't really ask me. Don't like watching other teams. I'm a fucking miserable bastard. But I prefer watching the little teams: Switzerland, Ukraine, England. Enjoy like when I seen the scores for like France going out, Netherlands going out. Fucking hell, I was just shocked a bit. So it's got that shock factor. It feels like the FA Cup now, where one of the smaller teams can win it, and it's getting to the enjoyment stage. But I didn't watch none of England's games until Germany. Wasn't interested in England at all. But when my dad phoned me and he was like, "Come watch the match, lad," and I was just thinking, I couldn't think of anything worse than watching England and depressing you how much I hate them. And then I've seen like the build up to it, and I was just like, to be fair, I don't fucking hate the team. I don't hate the players playing for England, the majority of them. I just hate the fucking Tory gammons following them.
Yeah.
And the thought of England winning a game of football and making thousands of Tory gammons bounce and buzz and sing about the war and fucking that just knocks you sideways. But why shouldn't we be able to enjoy the match with our fellas or fucking our mates because we hate the people who support? And it's just one of them. That's what I've been thinking the last few days. Been thinking like, I can't physically stomach watching England because I hate them. Yeah. But I'd love to be able to sit in a booth with my dad and watch how excited he gets watching them, rather than going, "Come on, Germany." Do you know what I mean? My dad was like, "Can't you just come round and pretend?" And I'm like, "No, I fucking hate them." But then as the game was on, and I was thinking, I don't hate England. I don't hate England as a football team. I hate some of the players. I hate Kane. Fucking hate his guts. Honestly, I hate him. But even Sterling, watching Sterling, you can admit he's a fucking decent footballer. He's carried England this tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, see, I'm in the opposite camp there because, like you say, your dad loves England. Mine hates them. So it's easy for me to go and laugh. I've never asked him. I just don't know.
I'll tell you why I hate England. Like, I never always hated England. When I was growing up, 16, 17, and we could go to the pub and watch them, I'd have my fucking face painted in that meal, lad. I wasn't asked. But it was a game of footy. It was a reason to go out with your mates and have a laugh. But as time's gone on, you hear more stories, you hear more songs they're singing about Scousers, you see more of the Sun and them supporting it. The fucking more Tory fucking gammon shouts, like anything you see on Twitter or Facebook, anything a little bit fucking racist, a little bit sexist, a little bit homophobic. The cunt's got a Union Jack or a fucking St. George's flag in the profile. They've got a bulldog tattoo. The fucking part of the BNP. They're just cunts, the fan base. And it's not all of them, just 99% of them, which is unfortunate. But as I say, why can't we enjoy fucking moments like that with our family or with our mates just because, like, I won't even go out if the lads say to me, come and watch England. I'm like, I don't want to because I don't like them. But it's not the team I don't like, it's the fucking fans that follow them. And that's the problem, is that sort of cutting our own noses off to spite our face because we don't like the people who are happy when they win. But we're not going to fucking see them in person, so why be asked? See, but don't get me wrong, if I was out in town and I seen all that fucking ale getting spilled and all that carry on, I'd just vomit, I'd just cringe and just go, oh, you're fucking all horrible.
I mean, the worst part straight away is throwing a pint anyway. Like, who fucking just sort your head out, throwing pints.
I remember when Salah scored the penalty in Madrid, and I was watching it with our Chris in the sand and gave me a ticket up to watch it with my fucking dad in the pub. They had no fucking speaker on, fucking shite. But some lad, some wall, threw his full pint in the air, and it landed around our Chris. While everyone's going absolutely berserk for Salah's goal, I just going, where the fuck's he gone?
No, that's one thing I'll never ever agree with, no matter what it's for, is throwing a bevy away.
Especially when the £4 a pint.
I know, yeah. But I just, like, I shared something yesterday. Stan Collymore put it up on Twitter. I don't know if you've seen it. And it's like, you know, they showed the little fucking German girl crying. And then, like, people in the fucking, in the stadium cheered. And, like, I haven't really got a problem with that, fair enough. It's a German person on the telly who they're getting beat. Like, they would have cheered if it was a fucking German fella in bits. I would have laughed at that. But it just so happened that they chose a fucking little girl. But what I seen after that was people saying on Twitter, don't think we forgot your granddad killed our granddads or something. Your little Nazi slag and stuff like that. And I just think, why do I want to associate with people like that? I cannot stand England because of that.
No, and I totally get it, and that's what I'm saying. That is why I can't stomach watching England. But part of me wishes I could. Part of me wishes I could go. I wish I could go to my dad's Saturday and go, you know what, come here, let's get a few fucking bottles down us and watch them and hope they win. But that talk of the carry on out of them. But it's a bit like fucking Everton. It's a bit like Man United. Carry on out of their fans when something good happens to them. You fucking hate them. You can't stand them. And it's similar. But there's just fucking stupidity. The England fans are vile. They are.
The song doesn't help either.
But you know, I'm not like the singing about fucking the German bombers, and you're thinking,
oh no, I'm not about that one. I'm just not about what's coming up.
No, what I'm saying is they sing about that's what they sing about. They sing about killing people.
10 German bombers and that, yeah.
And then they fucking all dance around and enjoy it, and then the little things like the little girl crying. But I'm not being funny, and you're not gonna say what they said. But if you're in the pub and he scores that goal and it goes on to a little Tottenham girl crying, you're fucking doing the exact same as half the people there, and you're gonna have a bit of a laugh about it, bit of a joke, nothing malicious.
That's it.
That's all that's been said, fucking vile. But I'm not gonna
I don't mind that.
Look at the little girl crying.
No, not at all.
Take our goals off us. Take the goals off us.
Yeah.
You're not going to. You're going to just laugh at it because it is a situation. Little girl's at the match. Fucking hell. She's probably laughing at us, thinking you're in the pub, dickhead. I'm here.
Yeah.
It's one of them. But you know, I wish it was different a bit. I have the last few days I've been thinking, you know what? I wish I could just go around and watch with my half fella and celebrate the goal because I was happy England, but I can't physically be happy England are winning because I hate the fans that much. And it's sad. It's fucking sad. But that's when people go, even Evertonians do it. Fucking Liverpool fans with their scouts not England. Fuck all to do with us supporting Liverpool. Got nothing to do. I think the only difference is we've seen success as a fan, so we don't need a second team to succeed for happiness. That they're just little bottom feeder clubs that follow them half the time. And then you fucking Chelsea, it was scum. Your Man United, scum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it's like. It's just a case of, for me, the way we hate Man United and we hate Everton, their fans do mad shit, say mad shit. But then the way Everton fans are turning around, like, fucking hell, it's Liverpool fans, it's not all Scousers. The reason Liverpool fans don't like England fans is because of the way they go on about the sun and they go on about Maggie Thatcher and they laugh at the decline in Liverpool and they sing about us in our council house and about us fucking robbing skips and eating out of bins and eating rats and fucking skitting child poverty and mocking Hillsborough. That's why Scousers don't like fucking England. And if you're not fucking with us, then fuck off. That is why we can't enjoy England, because of the fan base that follows them. And Everton fans should be side by side. Every 15th of April, the brothers in arms, every single year. Oh, fucking hell, can't mention the sun, can't do this. But then they fucking stood there laughing at Liverpool fans for not supporting England. And they know the reasons why. So they need to get their heads on that.
But like you say, they need that little.
It's
they need that little bit. I mean, I don't know why you'd follow England for some success. Like, it's not like they've fucking won anything for nearly 60 years. But
it feels right for teams. I think it feels like Everton. I don't want to go on about Everton, but Everton's literally openly supports any fucking team Liverpool play. Literally to the point of buying shirts and scarves and coasters and glasses. They're fucking mental. They go to away cards sitting for the team who's fucking beating them 2-0 because they're playing Liverpool in the cup final. They're thick as fuck. They are thick. They're a different breed. But supporting England is just that little get out. It's not guilty. You're not guilty for doing it because you're English. You're supporting the team. Some of the players you're familiar with. And it's how it should be. It's just unfortunate that where we're from. Fucking, we just don't get on with the majority of the country because they're all cunts.
But that's the weird thing, isn't it? Because you meet anyone in Liverpool on a night out or something who's not from Liverpool, and they fucking absolutely love us. They're all over us. They can't wait to fucking have a drink with us or just talk to us. It's weird.
It's just the you see you find people from the same walks of life as Liverpool, and they love Liverpool. They know what we've been through. Go to fucking Leeds, Burnley, even Manchester. Go to Manchester, you'll find Manx and Man City fans who just say you're the fucking best to be around. If I go on holiday, find someone from Leeds, find someone from Manchester, someone from Bolton, someone fucking from round our area. You'd have a ball with them, lads. You can't not have a ball with them. Just being on a stag do with lads from fucking Devon and that, fucking them ways, and had a ball with them. Because you do, when you're in person, it's just this life now where you can say what you want over the internet and not be judged, really. Get away with anything. You're getting fucking like, social media, you're getting news articles rammed in your face. The Sun are forever on my, I don't even know how, they're on my Facebook, on my Twitter, promotions, I've blocked them, they still turn fucking up. They're just
crazy, innit?
Propaganda in your face. They tried to do it the week after Hillsborough, after then decisions came out. And straight away, there was fucking dickheads. Well, fucking hell, the fans were at fault. We've been through all this for 30 years. And then again, it gets brought back up and it's trying to drag it right back up to save face. And that's what they do. And that's, you can't understand why Liverpool can't enjoy England. That's fucking stupid.
There's fucking 15 reasons for you.
But what I will say, and it's something we do sometimes go out of our way to make sure people know we don't like England. And it's the same, like we don't do it at Man United or Everton as much as we do England. When England are playing, we will openly go, like, fucking come on, Germany. Do you know what I mean?
Guilty.
Come on, Ukraine. We will. We fucking will.
I've done it every single game. I put a flag up every single game of the opposition. And I'm going to stop it because it's fucking jinxed them, clearly. But I've done it every game so far.
But I think, like, that's the stuff I'm going to just learn from. I'm going to go, listen, if England are playing, my dad's happy they win. Fucking, if they win, they win. If they don't, they don't. But as long as I'm not fucking out in a pub seeing all them gammons celebrating and throwing pints in the past. If I'm going to watch England, I'll watch them at my half fella or with my third. And might secretly go, if you win, you win. If you don't, you don't. But I'm not openly going to just sit there and go, fucking hope you get fucked. But whether I can control that or not will be a different story.
I'm definitely going to say that. Like, I was fuming. Like the other day, Muller clean 3-1 goal. Jordan Pickford, well beat. And people were saying, well done, Pickford. It's like, he was fucking beat, soft good. And he puts it wide. And it's like, are you fucking messing? You fucking Kermit sounding cunt.
See me dad. Follow. My dad phoned me at half time. He was like, I think you've got a chance here, lad. And I think we've got a chance. And I was like, just playing well, to be fair. Look the better team. Fucking go and enjoy it. I'll get off. And then when they scored, and then he was through 1-on-1, that's what went through my head. I thought, how's my half fella going to feel now when this goes in? And I felt
you celebrate.
Well, that's what I mean. That's why I said to him, I won't watch it with you, because it's not fair on you. It's like what like a Liverpool. If I'm watching the derby, you couldn't fucking sit through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I said I won't give it to you because it's fucking our ass, because I know you want them to do well. In that instant when it was 1-on-1, part of me wanted it to miss. So yeah, fella. And when it did miss, I was like a bit gutted, but I was a bit fucking in the middle.
50-50, yeah. Nah,
And
I was like fully German. I was fully German, lad. I was fucking absolutely raging. Like, you know, whenever you get the bar last season against fucking Burnley, like same emotion with that, lad. I swear to God.
See, that's the thing, is I haven't got that with for or against England though. Like, even if I was in the pub with all the lads in England scored, I wouldn't go ballistic if I supported England, because they're not my team. They're just something to enjoy with a group of men. They're like social smoking. That's what they are. They're just a social thing to do with people around you. Or I don't even smoke. Social bevying. You've met a group of people at a bar, you with your mates, and you fucking start speaking to them, and you're all talking about the same shit, and you're all in cohesion with that little bit of shit for them 5 minutes. That's all England are for many people. Just a little get out to enjoy. I'd never fucking support them to a point where you fucking cheering the goal and that. Well, good goal. That's probably right at the end of it.
Yeah.
Come on, Ukraine.
I'd say I was fuming, and yeah, come on, Ukraine. Fuck.
No, I've probably, I'm fickle as fuck with footy. I've changed my tune, but it is literally just a conversation with my fella. And I was just thinking to myself, I'm going to be on the phone. Come on, Germany gonna fuck you, Muller. Fucking. And I was thinking to myself, why? What a knob I am. Just fucking chill. Don't throw it in anyone's face. Leave it be. And let the England fucking fans we know and our mates, if they support them, let them enjoy it.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I've got nothing against anyone who wants to support England, but just don't expect me to.
Them little Tory gammons.
Yeah, that's what I say to people.
Understand why we don't fancy it as much as others, because as I've just explained, the majority of the fan base is fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
For them to even win a corner and be able to cheer it knocks me sick.
Yeah. No, as I say, I've got nothing against anyone who wants to support England that I know. Like, if you want to support England, fair play, you know, you do you kind of thing. But just don't expect me to. Don't expect me to. You know, you don't deserve an explanation as to why I don't support England. Like, I was talking to someone in work the other day about it, and I just kept going to wind them up. So what time Germany beating England on Saturday? Because I genuinely didn't know what time the game was on and that. And he was like, England are beating Germany at 5 o'clock. And it's just friendly like that. It kind of feels a bit like club banter, almost. But I was doing it more to just wind him up. But then he asked me why I don't, and I just said, and I gave basically the reasons you've gave. And I just can't want them to win because of all of that. And then said that, like, in World Cups, I support Nigeria. He went, why? Because why? Because they got boss kits. I went, nah, because my granddad was from there. So he kind of went, oh.
Because they've got boss kits.
You have to be fair, like.
Fucking, I fully watched the Scotland game. I watched Scotland in one of their games. Who did they fucking beat? No one.
No, they didn't.
They lost, and then they drew with England, and I watched them with England, and I thoroughly enjoyed the match. I wanted Scotland to win. I cheered for Scotland.
From what I understand, it was a good game.
And it weren't because it was against England. It was because there's little small down and out club, a fucking country where realistically no hope, and they're passionate and they proper enjoy it. And I thought that's what it's about for me. They are a passionate country. They love the country. Ours don't fucking love anything to do with the country.
No.
They just hate everyone else. That's it. They just hate everyone else, and that's their pride with the country.
Plus, you're ginger, so you're part Scottish anyway.
I've ginger there.
Yeah, and you're part Scottish because of that. So let's talk about one more thing then. Big news, not for us though. Yesterday, and this is definitely going to be dividing opinions. I know for a fact it is. The man, the legend. I'm still calling him a legend. Rafael Benitez is the new Everton manager. Live reactions, please, James.
Oh, lad, knocked me sick, to be honest. It's knocked me sick. And it's fucking hell. It's knocked me sick, realistically. Like, gutted. It's not... fucking hate him. Cunt. Gutted, honestly. I get it. Totally get it. he's got a job opportunity around the corner from his house. He wants to live with his wife again and fucking his dogs, Clem and Red, with his red door. That's what he wants to do. He'll have to fucking change all that now because they'll kick off even more. But
they're kicking off anyway. We might as well just leave.
I'm gutted. He doesn't deserve the abuse he's going to get. He doesn't deserve the pressure he's going to get. I hope he fucking fails miserably. I hope he has a horrible, torrid time there. I really do. I hope he fucking lives in hell while he's there and remembers the times at Liverpool and that there's no fucking comparison between the fan bases or the clubs because they are fucking horrible. But I don't wish any harm to him. I just won't wish any luck. You know, you've got people saying he's not a Liverpool legend anymore. He is. He's won us a European Cup in the most magnificent final of all time. He won us an FA Cup in one of the most magnificent FA Cup finals of all time. He took us to second. He fucking threw it at Fergie, riding his grid, and he gets ridiculed for that. But he's done what everyone wants to do for years, talk about the fucking manipulation of the press and the referees, and he's done it, nail on. He's a fantastic football manager. You disagree with that at the moment, but
I don't necessarily disagree that he's not a fantastic manager. I think he is still a fantastic manager. I just think his record since leaving Liverpool, I think he's done a decent job at Napoli, but that's about it. I think everywhere else, he's done a good job at Newcastle under a difficult owner and difficult, you know, fans' expectations, a sky high kind of thing.
To realise that that's where he's at again, and that's what he needs to. He's at fucking pretty much the same level as Newcastle. Passionate fans who will turn the back as soon as it goes proper shit. They'll kick off, they'll get angry, they'll get nasty, they'll call for the owners to be dead, the manager to be dead, the players and the fucking kids and the wives to be dead. The fucking horrible poison scum.
High horse FC.
Yeah, and I really feel fucking sorry for him. But I think he's brave for taking the job with the shit that's gone on straight away, threatening him and all that. I understand, and literally he's even said it. It's literally a decision made for his family. Yeah. His wife lives in the Wirral while he fucks off to wherever he works, and he's finally being able to come back home, lad, and she just stays at home. And unfortunately for us, he loves the city more than he loves our club. But seeing him smile at that Everton scarf, I was just thinking, lad, why? How have you done that? How have you done it?
See, for me, and I put this on Twitter, and thankfully, a lot of people do seem to actually agree with me. What he done for Hills, what he done for the families of the 96, what he's just done for the city in general, but more so that outweighs his decision to go there, in my opinion. And I said,
that's
for me,
what I'm saying is, I think he's more connected to the city than he is our club.
Yeah,
only spent a short period at the club, didn't he?
I mean, 6 years, like, you know what I mean. It's
not a fucking long
it's
time.
Longer. It's longer than he spent at any other club since. It's probably the longest stint he had at any club in his career, actually. He was only at Valencia for a few seasons before he joined us.
4 years, yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, he's not going to pull up any trees. He's not going to pull up any trees at Everton. He's, as I say, he does well with the small clubs. Every big club he's been at since Liverpool, he's failed. He was gone. He left us, went to Inter Milan just after they'd won the treble, and he was gone by December. He went to Real Madrid, and he was gone by December. Like,
I just feel sorry for him there. You go to Inter Milan, you go to Real Madrid, and the expectations are high. But Everton's expectations need to be on the same wavelength as Newcastle and Villa. The shite, the fucking crap, and they have been for years.
Don't bring Villa into a lad, they're decent.
Funny old bingo. But they had a few years in the 80s where they were a good team. That's it. Finished. End of
discussion. Yeah, that's it.
The same as England fans who, because they won the World Cup in '66, think it's coming home. Fucking moved out abroad, lad. It's gone forever. It's never coming back.
But the thing is, now they sing "It's Coming Home," which was the song made for Euro '96.
Euros.
It's never fucking been home. It's never lived here. It can't come home until it's been here first. Like, just fucking stupid. That's why I don't like the song. It's just the whole stupidness behind it. If you're singing it about the World Cup,
football's coming home, isn't it? Football is coming home, but it's obviously it's gone away. It's expanded. It's gone better, and it's fucking staying in the sun.
Football's coming home, but there's fucking many nations who play it better than us. So really, like, we might have found it, but it's long gone. It's like we're the birth parents. England are the birth parents of football, but the rest of the world is the adoptive parents who've actually fucking brought it up.
Yeah, and the fucking game hates its real parents. It's just never going back until it's 18 and it wants a card.
Yeah, that's it.
Fucking hell. But yeah, I think with Benitez, absolute gutted that he's there. Won't stop me fucking loving him because I can't, because he's done nothing malicious. He took a job round the corner from his house. Just unfortunate that it's our rivals. My concern is,
wouldn't say rivals, but,
I think he's a brilliant manager. I think he's got the ability there and the defence and the goalie to try and win 1-0s. I think that's what he'll do. I think he's openly sort of said that football is balance and he needs to learn to defend as well as attack. And he will. He'll go out, he'll win a few 1-0s. If he wins them a cup, he can fuck off, as far as I'm concerned. But
well, that's it. If he wins them a cup, he can walk on water with them then, can't he? So
fucking hell, lads. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to. What I don't get, anyone saying, I've seen some fucking brutal things from Liverpool fans. I've seen him removed from flags and banners and that on the Kop. There is actually talks of him getting jibbed off the Kop.
I hope it doesn't happen.
There's a banner with Klopp and Paisley Sampson.
Seen it, yeah.
People saying remove him and put Gerard Houllier on. Houllier should already be on there, by the way.
I agree.
But they are saying get rid of it and get him off there. There's lads bitter as fuck, wishing a mill, stuff like that, and it's brutal. But that's the same. Like we're ridiculing their fan base for doing it, and then some of our fan base are doing the same. Yeah, it's fucking mad. Don't wish any harm to him. I just hope he has the rest 3 years of his career of fucking shit. And he never went.
Truthfully, I don't think he'll be there longer than a season.
I don't think he'll give me.
I'm genuinely not arsed that he's gone there. I think, like I say, he's done it for his family. He loves the city. He's not. I don't think he's going to pull up any trees there. I think he's just a. Who else could they get? Like, he couldn't attract anyone. It was like Tottenham. Tottenham couldn't attract anyone. If I was a Blue Dog,
I'd have had Nuno. I'd have wanted him. And they were kicking off over that. This is what I mean. Who the fuck didn't think they are?
I know, but like,
if
you're Nuno,
who wants to go to Everton, just finished 10th in the Premier League. He's one of the most expensive teams on the fucking planet who hasn't won a cup. Who the fuck wants to go and manage that bitter, spiteful gang of bastards?
I know.
Who wants to go into that? When you're seeing fans with fucking death threats to a manager who hasn't even signed a contract yet, if you're a manager in football, you're thinking, fuck that, I'm not going there anyway.
Yeah, but you look at it like there was.
Benitez literally fucking loves living by the set of Hollyoaks. And he wants to walk around the city, and I do think he will. He's lost a number of Liverpool fans who respect him. I don't think he'll get. He won't get the same reception at Anfield unless we're winning 3-0. But I want to see that. I want to see him in his little chair, sat there in the dugout, 3-0 down, and us singing Raphael, because that'll fucking kill them.
Yeah, big time. But I just think, like, you look at the 3 jobs that were out there in the Premier League: Everton, Tottenham, and Crystal Palace. If you're Nuno Espirito Santo, you're going, right, okay. So I can go to Tottenham, I can manage Harry Kane and Heung-min Son and fucking a handful of supposedly world-class players. Or I can go to Everton and have Jordan Pickford in his dodgy hair. Or I can go to Crystal Palace and have no players. Like, it's a no fucking brainer to choose Tottenham out of them 3. It's the fucking worst of a bad bunch. Best of a bad bunch, sorry.
But to be fair, I don't think he's been... Like, I think they've just gone straight to Benitez. But what I don't understand with Everton, and I never will understand it, and I've got mates who condemn it, how the fuck can John Ferguson stay on that assistant manager's role? 6 managers been there. It's unheard of. It's unheard of. You're meant to leave with your fucking manager. Can
you imagine the few? Like, if he goes...
and he doesn't want to leave, but just give him the job for a bit. And then at the very least, if it fails, he's fucking gone. Fuck him off to his pigeons and let him.
His pigeons.
You know what I mean?
He's got a mural now, lad, so he's fucking there for life.
Oh, lad.
I've seen that, by the way.
Yeah. What's with the big scar on it?
It's weird, lad. The only thing that makes sense about it is fucking Howard Kendall being on it. Like, why?
That's how shit, right? That's how shit. They've had to use the same player twice.
Lad,
one as a as an assistant manager. Fucking mental.
Yeah, he was shit though, lad. I don't understand how you can worship a player so bad. We called him cult heroes because he fucking, Divock Origi. We don't fucking worship him. He's not gonna have a mural anywhere around Liverpool, but he's done more for Liverpool than what Duncan Ferguson done for Everton.
Yeah, of course, yes.
And
it's just, but when you're at a shit football team, and he made defenses quite a little bit because he was a bully. They love it.
He was a criminal. Like officially, he was a criminal.
I know. I fucking swear to him, man. Rafa, I hope you fail to fuck, mate.
Well, I said this yesterday. It's a win-win for Rafa.
Fucking cost us money, you fucking cunt.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Now, I said about.
But delete him off.
No, he's still one of them. Move that hand. Now, I said yesterday, like it's a win-win for Rafa, really. If he does well, he does well. If he doesn't, he'll get a big fat payoff. And then, his taxi home's only a tenner. So, happy days.
A big chunk of drive home.
Yeah, he probably will. And then welcome the next manager. Duncan Ferguson will be there till he dies. And never actually be the manager.
It's mad.
But crazy, isn't
it? I think that's there's Everton fans saying, like, when are they going to just fucking get the bottle and tell him to fuck off? He's going to be like, I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. No, big junk. Sure, lad, I'm not fucking leaving.
Like you say, he's been there under 6 managers. Surely they've got to start going, hang on, you know what? Maybe it's not the manager. Maybe it's something to do with the fellow we've kept for 10 years under 6 managers who might have something to do with it.
Imagine like a manager like Benitez who wants full control of the board, the kitty, and his players. Slam big junk, like, who's a fucking nomad, saying to him, I reckon you shut up. Fucking don't even speak to me, pigeon ass.
Yeah.
I'm a Champions League win manager. You're a fucking jailbird. Now fuck off out my face, and I don't want any more from you.
I think it'd be one of them, right? Duncan, who do you think we should sign? And then he'll say whichever player he wants us to sign, and then they'll go, right, okay, so that's who we know not to get.
Yeah, don't get in.
Don't get in. Fuck whatever he says.
Don't see if Alan Shearer's available. Alan Shearer and Patrick Vieira available there.
Fucking hell, man.
Mad cunts. But yeah,
I love buzzing off them. It's fucking great.
As well, I'm gutted. I'm concerned because, as I've just said, I think, and I don't want them to know that, but I have said it to them. If they give him the time and the money, he will make them into a hard team to beat, and he will challenge every fucking team in the league with them. He will. If he has a decent counter-attacking outlet, he's better than Charleston, who stays on his feet, and he goes and gets the likes of that fucking St. Maximin from Newcastle, and he overhauls, gets players from there, plays his work with, Inter Milan. Even that Inter Milan connection, Coutinho, I don't know whether he managed him there or he had something to do with that deal. But
I think he was there for a little bit.
Little things like that, little connections. Rafa Benitez has got connections all over the world. Like Ancelotti, he could fucking go and get anyone. And it's if he's got the money to do it, it is a bit scary. But I just don't think he's the exact same as Ancelotti, the exact same as Sam Allardyce, David Moyes. He'll try and cling on to a 1-0 win, and then he'll sit back. And in this level at the moment, he can't. So hopefully,
but that's the thing, is it? Like,
failed.
Ancelotti got, say, could have went 5 games without winning, and the fans would still back him. Benitez would probably only have to go 2, and the fans would be turning on him. So there is that side of it for him. But
there'll be chairs getting thrown on the pitch like in the 80s, lad. They're just. But again, I don't know. Who
theirs aren't like bolted down anyway, are they? They're like fucking chairs you get in like function rooms and that, aren't they?
Fucking hell. Another 5 seats in here, lad. Another 5 chairs.
That's why they keep Ferguson. They say, right, Duncan, game's over, go and stack all the chairs, lad.
No, he does the fucking board, doesn't he now? Just the fucking number board.
He's got to keep himself useful somehow. Because there's no way he's training the fucking strikers.
Yeah, fucking hell. Yeah, I just hope he does. I hope he fails. End of.
I definitely will. I think he'll be gone by the end of the season at the very latest, to be honest with you.
I hope he goes the week of Christmas and he just fucking goes and puts a big red stay in his garden and just all pictures of his dog with red Christmas hats on with name tags, Clem, red, tag leash.
To be honest, I hope he wears his fucking Champions League winners medal in the dugout.
Imagine that. I just can't wait to see the ovation he gets. Like, I'd love us to go like a few goals up early and just start singing his name and just see what their reaction was like.
Yeah. To be fair, when he puts Richarlison in goal for the derby, it'll be sad. So, so like you just mentioned, success does have many fathers. So, I love the design. It's fucking fantastic. You're not gutted, you love it. You're up. But I like that you've incorporated everyone, like literally, and even ones who probably wouldn't normally get put on designs, like Ronnie Moran and fucking even Phil Thompson. You know what I mean?
And that's why I've done it. That's why, because I'm sick of like fellas like that. Ronnie Moran, as far as I'm concerned, as far as my dad's concerned, and anyone of that age, he walks on water with Shankly and Paisley and Fagan, and even the likes of Dalglish. He's been there since a fucking kid, gone right the way through to even the point of like caretaker manager, as a coach, a physio. He's known from every single academy player, every young lad who's ever come through Fowles, McManaman, Gerrard. He's been there. He's a massive footprint on the history of this club. And same with Roy Evans. Roy Evans is next to him on there. Now, he won a league as manager, but it's what he's done not as manager. That is why he's there. Success does have many fathers, and sometimes it's not the ones at the helm who are involved as much as you think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Joe Fagan, he won a European Cup. He took over from the Paisley side, who just won the European Cup. You know what I mean? In 81?
81, yeah.
And then he had
84.
He had a season. He went to Rome, won it in Rome. But that's how good Liverpool were. Shankly left foundations for Paisley. Paisley left them for Fagan. Fagan left them for Dalglish. And it just carried on. But the likes of Roy Evans, Ronnie Moran, with your Paisley, your Shankly. Who else was on there? And then even Phil Thompson. Again, Phil Thompson's on there next to Gerard Houllier. But Phil Thompson, for what he done, from a lad standing in the cop on the stands, when he played his first game, he went and found his brother on their little spec where they used to sit on the poles, the sanctions, and went and found his brother all the way through, and then to become assistant manager and again caretaker manager when Gerard Houllier was ill, and done a great job. So I do think
he's the only
he deserves the credit.
He's the only assistant manager in history to win fucking Premier League Manager of the Month, isn't he? So.
Oh, he was great. I loved him.
He was unbelievable at the time. So,
and
I love the idea behind the design. I love the actual design itself.
And then obviously you've got Rafa,
who still deserves to be on there. We're not going to discredit Rafa in any way.
No, he does. And that's the issue. Is unfortunately he is a father of success at Liverpool Football Club, and he always will be. And for some people, that's not enough. But he took a job. It's just a job. We hope he doesn't do well at his job, and that's the end of it. He's still a legend of Liverpool, of the club and the city. What he's done for not even just Hillsborough, he's put money in for cancer. The situation with Reece Jones years ago, he was there for his mum and dad.
I was at that game.
And, he played Z cars in Anfield and stuff like that. He's donated money to that, in the opening of that little centre. Yeah. He's a scouser. And he's chose that job. They've chose him. And we'd all want him to turn it down. But the man himself, I'm sure the reasons for him taking it are bigger than the ones, you know what I mean, and not. So,
yeah. And like people say, he doesn't always anything at the end of the day.
But I'll tell you, one thing, we'll still see things they'll never see, because they'll never have a top with that many managers on. Fucking European Cup winner, European Cup winner, European Cup winner, European Cup winner, UEFA Cup, League, FA Cup, fucking everything, UEFA Cup, everything, fucking sound, aren't they? They've won a lot amongst them, and unfortunately for Rafa, he might get a League Cup quarter final with them bastards, but that's about as far as he's going.
It is. So you can obviously grab that from scousepower19.com, as always. Or just go over and follow Jay on Twitter, scousepower_19. Is it?
Yeah, well, no,
I knew there was an underscore somewhere. I just couldn't remember where, so I'm glad I got it right. Go and check it out. There's loads of other designs on there as well. So he's done a good job, Jay, considering, as I've said before, 6 months ago we couldn't even fucking barely turn on a computer. So fair play to him.
Doing all right.
You're doing well, lad. But that, I think that about
this one. But
he hasn't.
The feedback we had off this was like, it is what it is, and you can't just delete him from history. But I said to a lad yesterday, fucking hell, people are turning, fuming over Benitez. Shankly used to go to Belfield to watch Everton because he wasn't allowed in our ground anymore. But he was like fucking disowned because he was still classed as the manager of Liverpool. When the players seen Shankly, they still called him boss. So little by little, they sort of got rid of him. And that's a fucking sad story. It is a sad story. But he loved football that much. He loved the city that much that the next place to go was Everton. Yeah. And he even himself quoted 2 great teams in Liverpool reserves. And if Everton were playing at the bottom of the garden, I'd close my curtains. And Benitez has done the same. They are a small club with a shit fan base. But a job's a job. And a place to watch football is a place to watch football. And unfortunately, we're not here long enough to fucking worry about all that shit. No. So,
well, I think we've
fat Spanish waiter. Remember that latter. Fat Spanish European Cup lifting red for life waiter.
I'm sure Max will do a good job there. So I think, to be honest, I think we've pretty much covered everything that's gone on in football over the last sort of month or so. We'll try not to leave it as long between episodes next time. It's just fucking hard when there's not much actual Liverpool stuff happening. But like I say, we'll try not to leave it as long next time. Hopefully we can get 1 or 2 guests on or something before the season starts, and then we'll be back to normal once the season starts.
So, for the first time, can we do a prediction for the game against Ukraine without any interest?
Yeah, okay. Go on, what's yours?
Well, I fancy Ukraine 3-1.
I fancy Ukraine also because obviously we've discussed. But I'm not sure about a 3-1. I'm going to say 1-0.
So, be like that?
I will be like that.
No, I think, don't get me wrong, watched England the other day, thought he played well, I think he looked a decent unit. Fair play to the fucking Southgate. He's not listening to all the shit that's getting said about who should be playing and who shouldn't be playing. He's playing the team he thinks the best team and doing all right. Realistically, you'd be thinking fucking Phil Foden, Grealish. Wouldn't put Kane near it at the minute. I think he's been shit. He's been shit, but he's just, I fucking hate his touch. I was gutted when he scored the other day.
Yes,
it was shocking.
And
even that was greedy. He should have let that go to Sterling. Fucking his own face.
Well, like I said earlier, Manuel Neuer was at fault for both of them goals because he was on his near post and fucking the ball crossed in twice and he was nowhere near it because there was a fucking open goal practically. You fucking stupid bastard. No, I'm just going to end it on come on Ukraine, but more importantly, up the Reds.
Up the Reds.